Hello, welcome to EPG Pashala Spanish. My name is Nabil Ansari and I teach Spanish in the Center of Spanish, Portuguese, Italian and Latin American Studies in Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. We are in the paper entitled Spanish Grammar 1. In this module entitled ¿Qué vamos a hacer?, you are going to learn about the periphrastic future and verbs which are used to talk about future plans and projects. By doing so, we'll be able to talk about future events. So basically, we are going to cover in this module how to talk about recent or very near future events. So for referring to a future which is very near or recent future, we use the periphrastic future tense, which is formed by the verb of movement, that is ir plus a plus another verb. So for example, in English, if I am saying I'm going to call my mother tomorrow, it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to call her now, although I am is present tense. So I am going. So even though I'm here in this sentence, I am is used of the present tense, my intention is not to call her now, but my intention is to call her tomorrow. But this is my plan, which has not been carried out yet, but will be carried out tomorrow. So here we are talking about the future or the recent future. So in Spanish, we can say the same sentence as voy a llamar a mi madre mañana. So pay attention to the first part of the sentence, that is voy a llamar. So this is highlighted because this is the periphrastic future. When we are going to say that, when we are going to actually talk about the recent future. So as I just mentioned that the periphrastic future is formed by ir plus a plus verb in infinitive. So let's see the conjugation of the verb ir first. Ir is conjugated as voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. So depending on the subject pronoun, it is actually yo voy, tú vas, ella, usted va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais, ellos, ellas, ustedes van. With all the with it, we add a, that is the preposition a, plus the verb in infinitive. For example, let's listen to various dialogues to understand its use better. For example, the first one, ¿Por qué estás triste? No voy a aprobar el examen. So it says, the first sentence, that was the question, ¿Por qué estás triste? It means, why are you sad? And the reply was, no voy a aprobar el examen, that I'm not going to pass the exam. So pay attention to the use of ir plus a plus verb in infinitive, which was voy a aprobar. And if you want to say in negative, so we have said no voy a aprobar. So in this small dialogue, we used no voy a aprobar, that is I'm not going to pass. The second one, ¿Vas a contarme la historia completa o no? Es que no puedo, yo tampoco sé la verdadera historia. So in the first question, we use the periphrastic future, that is asking, are you going to tell me? So that was vas a contarme. So the question was, are you going to tell me the whole story or not? And in Spanish was, ¿Vas a contarme la historia completa o no? And the reply was, es que no puedo, yo tampoco sé la verdadera historia. That is, no, I can't. I do not know the real story. Now with another example, third example, ¿Viene Ramón con nosotros? No, va a venir más tarde. Is Ramón coming with us? No, he is going to come later. Now in this reply, va a venir, meaning he is going to come. So you can see that the future, recent future, is used with ir plus a plus the verb in infinitive form, that meaning that the third one or the second verb was not conjugated. Let's see another one. Te vamos a esperar en la puerta del bar. Vale. Voy en 5 minutos. So, the first sentence, te vamos a esperar en la puerta del bar, was meant we are going to wait for you at bar, and the reply was, okay, I'm coming in 5 minutes. So, in the first sentence, te vamos a esperar. So again, e plus a plus the verb in infinitive, which meant we are going to wait. Now another example. ¿Qué vais a hacer esta tarde? Pues vamos al cine. So for asking about the plan, we use paraphrastic future that is used in this conversation, that is vais a hacer. ¿Qué vais a hacer? Meaning, what are you all going to do? So, esta tarde, this afternoon. And the reply was, pues vamos al cine. Meaning, well, we are going to the cinema. So, here again, the use of e plus a plus the verb was done for stating the recent future. And the last example is los alumnos van a celebrar el cumpleaños de la profesora en clase hoy. So, in this first sentence that I just said, the use of e plus a plus verb is done when it is mentioned van a celebrar. So, los alumnos van a celebrar el cumpleaños de la profesora en clase hoy. Qué bueno. Meaning the students are going to celebrate the professor's birthday in the class today. How good. So these are some situations whereby the use of future or the use of e plus a plus verb was done for talking about the recent future. Now we also make plans and we talk about them. So these planning we done is also when we talk about something which we are going to do. So let's listen to a conversation between Roberto, Christina and Ruby, who are talking about something. So now you are going to listen to their conversation and see what planning they are plans they are making. Oigan, chicas, ¿qué van a hacer el viernes? ¿Tienen algún plan?
Por ahora nada, pero podemos hacer algo, ¿no crees?
Sí, pues yo quiero asistir a la noche de comedia de la Plaza Cataluña. ¿Les apetece acompañarme?
Es una buena idea. Va a ser muy divertido.
Y después podemos cenar en ese restaurante japonés que acaban de abrir.
Sí, yo también quiero probar su comida. Dicen que es muy rica.
Ah, es que el viernes voy a cenar con Juan, pero más tarde les puedo acompañar para tomarnos unas copas.
¿Por qué no le traes a él también contigo? Así nos conocemos.
Voy a ver. Vale, si él no tiene nada que hacer después, entonces puede venir.
Wow, fenomenal. Entonces, llamo al restaurante para hacer la reserva.
Perfecto. Entonces, ¿a qué hora quedamos?
A las 6 nos vemos en la boca de metro de la Plaza Cataluña.
Ok, hasta ahora.
So the conversation that you have just listened, in that conversation there are few verbs that have been used to talk about their plan. So, apart from e plus a, that is, we use for talking about our future plans or recent future, which express our intention of doing something. There are other verbs which are used in the conversation. Verbs like poder. Poder is used for expressing a suggestion of doing something, because poder means can or to be able to. So in English we can say like you can do this, or you can buy this shirt. So these are some suggestions that we can make by using the verb poder. Same way the verb querer was used. Querer is used to express desire of doing something, because querer means to want. So if I say I want to go there, so I'm expressing the desire of doing that thing. So querer can also be used for talking about the plans. Same way the verb pensar, which means to think, is used to express the thought of doing something. Pensar means to think. So if I say I am thinking of doing something, so we use the verb pensar. Now for making plans, pensar can also be used for stating that I am thinking of doing something. Same way, quedar is used for making plans, because quedar can be used when we are fixing a time for meeting with someone. So in English we generally say at what time or at what place we are meeting. So for stating the place or the time, we can use the verb quedar. So the verbs used for making plans are ir plus a plus another verb in infinitive, or there was verbs like poder, which means can or to be able to, querer, which means want, pensar, which means to think, and quedar, meaning when we are deciding the time or the place of meeting someone. Now except ir, all other verbs are followed by the infinitive without any preposition in between. As we have seen that ir always takes the preposition a. So after the verb ir, when we use the verb ir, we put the preposition a and then the verb in infinitive. But in other verbs, we do not use any preposition. So verbs like poder, querer, and the verb pensar and quedar. So after these verbs, no preposition will be used, and simply the second verb will be used for stating our desire or for making suggestions. Now remember that it is these verbs that you need to conjugate as per the person who is speaking. So all these verbs for making plans like ir, poder, querer, etc. will be conjugated according to the subject pronoun or according to the person who is speaking or making the plan. For example, if I am making plans, so I say yo voy a, or yo quiero, or yo pienso. Same way, if you are making plans, so you will say, or I can say that vas a, which means you are going to, or quieres, which means you want. So all these verbs needs to be conjugated before you use these verbs. Now let's listen to more dialogues using the above mentioned verbs for near future. In this small dialogues, the verbs mentioned above have been highlighted. So let's see the first one. Says, ¿puedes acompañarme a la peluquería esta tarde? Lo siento, tengo que comer en casa de mis padres. No voy a poder estar ahí. Which means the question was, can you accompany me to the hairdressing salon this afternoon? The reply was, I'm sorry, I have to eat in the house of my parents. I'm not going to be there. So in the question, the verb poder was used, and it was used like, puedes acompañarme. So after the verb poder, the second verb was not conjugated. Same way, in the reply, the verb ir plus a was used. So it was used as no voy a poder, meaning I'm not going to be able to be there. So no voy a poder. So after this a, preposition a, the second verb was also not conjugated. Let's see the second one, that is, Quiero ir a la peluquería esta tarde. Now let's see another one. Quiero ir a la peluquería esta tarde. Bueno, yo también pienso cortarme el pelo. Entonces, ¿vamos juntos? ¿Cómo quedamos? ¿A qué hora? A las 3 en la parada de autobús de la universidad. So in this dialogue, the verb like querer, pensar, and quedar was used. So if you pay attention to the sentence, quiero ir a la peluquería esta tarde, meaning I want to go to the hairdressing salon this afternoon. After the verb querer, the second word was not conjugated, and the verb querer was used to express the desire of going to the hairdressing salon in recent future. Same way, the reply was, bueno, yo también pienso cortarme el pelo, meaning I also want, meaning I want to go to the hair, meaning, well, I'm also thinking of getting my hair cut. And then the reply was, entonces vamos juntos, meaning, so let's go together. And the reply, and then the question was, ¿cómo quedamos? ¿A qué hora? Meaning, how do we meet? How do we meet? Or, and at what time? So the reply was, a las 3 en la parada de autobús de la universidad, meaning at 3 o'clock at the university bus stop. So you should pay attention to the way these verbs are used for expressing the desire or wish for doing something in recent future. Now when we talk about the future, we also use the following time markers like today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, etc. So today in Spanish is said as hoy, tomorrow is mañana, and day after tomorrow is pasado mañana. If you want to say in 5 minutes or in 1 hour or in 2 days, then we say the same thing using n plus quantity of time. So if it is 5 minutes, and if you want to say in 5 minutes, then we will say en 5 minutos. If it is 1 hour, then we will say en una hora. And if it is 2 days, then we will say en dos días. Likewise, it can be week, in 1 week, which will be en una semana, or month, or year, whatever. We will use the construction as n plus the quantity of time. Now, we also use dentro de with the quantity of time when we want to say within. So if we say within 30 minutes, or within 2 hours, or within 2 days, etc. So for this within, we say dentro de, and then the quantity of time. For example, if I say within 30 minutes, then it will be dentro de 30 minutos. If it is within 2 hours, it will be dentro de 2 horas. If it is within 2 days, it will be dentro de 2 días. If it is within 1 week, it will be dentro de una semana. If it is 1 month, it will be dentro de un mes. So all these time markers can be used for making future plan. For example, I am going to have lunch within 30 minutes, and these markers can be used in various situations. Now we can also use time marker like next day, or next day of the week, or next month, or next year, etc. So next is said as el próximo. So if you want to say next day, you will say el próximo día. Next, used with any days of the week. For example, next Monday, we will say el próximo lunes. Next Tuesday will be el próximo martes, etc. Next month will be el próximo mes, and next year will be el próximo año. And if you want to say next week, then it will be la próxima semana. La because the week, which is known as semana, is feminine in Spanish. That's why la próxima semana. Now, one of the situations where we can make plans is when we are thinking of taking a vacation. We need to decide what things to take, which places to visit, and what activities to do. Now, first let's look at something that people might need to take while on vacation. So all these planning normally we do also for going on vacation. So now we are going to see a few things that we take when we go on vacation. For example, camera, that is la cámara de fotos, or simply la cámara. Passport, el pasaporte. Credit card is tarjeta de crédito. Debit card is tarjeta de débito. Money is el dinero. Ticket is el billete. Sunglasses is las gafas de sol. Hiking boots is las botas de senderismo. Slippers is las zapatillas. Swimming costume is el bañador. Towel is la toalla. Warm clothing is la ropa de abrigo. And summer clothing is la ropa de verano. So these were the few things related with clothing. Now let's see things related with beauty products, for example, or personal hygiene. For example, shampoo is el champú. Moisturizing cream is la crema hidratante. Sunscreen is el protector solar. Bathing gel is el gel de baño. Toothbrush is el cepillo o cepillo de dientes. And toothpaste is la pasta de dientes. So these were some products that we normally take when we go for vacation. Our friend Rohit is also an avid traveler, and he's going on vacations again, and this time to Latin America. He's busy packing and he's making a mental checklist of things he has to pack. Now let's listen to his monologue, and there are questions related with this in the e-text that you can refer to later on. So now we are going to listen to what Rohit has to say while packing his bag.
Tengo que hacer la maleta. Pronto voy a salir. Pues, ¿qué llevo? Ropa, champú, gafas de sol, zapatillas, toalla. A ver, ¿qué más? Pienso que voy a necesitar el protector solar y también el bañador por si hace sol. Muy bien, ya está hecho. Por último, el dinero, las tarjetas de crédito y débito, mi pasaporte y el billete en mi mochila. Genial, estoy listo ya.
After listening to his monologue about his planning of going on a trip and things that he was packing, now let's read the description of the tourist places. Now you are going to read the descriptions of few tourist places. Out of these, Rahul is going to one of the places. Where is he going to? Can you guess? Let's see. So the first place is Machu Picchu. So we are now also going to know more about these places. So Machu Picchu. Bienvenido a las misteriosas ruinas de Machu Picchu, Perú. Prepárese, ya que usted está a punto de embarcarse en un viaje para explorar uno de los destinos más fascinantes del planeta. A 7,000 pies sobre el nivel del mar y situada en una pequeña colina entre la cordillera de los Andes, se eleva sobre el valle Urubamba, la majestuosa ciudad. La estructura fue descubierta por un arqueólogo británico en 1911. Es considerada una de las ciudades perdidas del Imperio Inca. Todos los excursionistas, turistas y los primeros exploradores tienen que seguir la ruta tomada por los incas, y hay muchos que describen la experiencia como mágica. Prepárese para ser trasladado a otro mundo a través de la mirada a los templos, los campos, las terrazas y los baños construidos por los incas. Venga a este paraíso verde, transparente y elegante, y conozca el majestuoso reino de una civilización perdida. No se lo pierda. So this was about Machu Picchu. The second one is Cancún. Cancún es un paraíso tropical que sigue siendo uno de los principales destinos turísticos del mundo. Si usted busca un lugar con buen clima, una vida nocturna exhilarante, muchas opciones de alojamiento y actividades interesantes en México, debe venir a Cancún, el hogar de la segunda más grande barrera de arrecifes del mundo. Cancún es un lugar ideal para el buceo y el snorkeling. Además, puede ir a jugar golf, pescar o jugar al tenis. Es un lugar ideal para hacer compras, tomar el sol y comer. Cuenta con una enorme variedad de hoteles y resorts entre las que elegir. La mayoría es todo incluido, pero también se encuentran hoteles que ofrecen un plan europeo, que puede ser una mejor opción si usted está planeando pasar la mayor parte de sus días fuera del resort explorando la zona. The third is Buenos Aires. Glamurosa y áspera, Buenos Aires es dos ciudades en una. Lo que hace la capital de Argentina tan fascinante es su doble herencia europea y latina. La Plaza de Mayo se asemeja a una gran plaza en Madrid, y el ornamentado Teatro Colón no estaría fuera de lugar en Viena. Pero usted sabe que está en América del Sur por los zapatos de cuero. A la venta en las calles empedradas y por los desfiles improvisados de los aficionados al fútbol. Algunas de las importaciones del viejo mundo que la ciudad ha perfeccionado son los vinos de producción limitada, las jugosas carnes y los helados en un sinnúmero de sabores. Now, out of these three places that we mentioned, Rohit is going to one of these places. Now, can you guess which place will it be? If you want the answer, then kindly refer to the e-text. Now, Rohit also writes an email to his friend in the place he is going to visit with the details of his plan and what activities he plans to do once he is over there. Now, let's read his email which he has written to his friend. Para Rodrigo, asunto los detalles de mi viaje. Hola Rodrigo, te escribo para darte unos detalles de mi viaje a tu tierra. Yo tengo todo en la valija. Voy a salir en 2 horas para el aeropuerto. Te escribo para mandarte el plan de viaje para que sepas dónde voy a estar y cuándo podemos vernos. Pues como ya sabes, Voy a estar ahí una semana. Solo quiero relajarme y descansar, así que no voy a hacer muchas actividades. Pienso ir a la playa y pasar las tardes viendo la puesta del sol. También quiero hacer snorkeling y buceo. Me encantan los deportes acuáticos. Además, quiero visitar el Museo Maya y San Miguelito para ver las ruinas. Como queramos nosotros. ¿Podemos vernos un día si estás libre? ¿Puedo ir yo a tu pueblo ya que no está muy lejos? O si tienes planes de visitar Cancún, podemos pasar el día en la isla de mujeres que también dicen que es muy bonita. Nos vemos en México. Espero tu respuesta. Abrazos, Rohit. Now, the text as well as the email that you have just listened, you should pay attention to the verbs like ir and querer and tener that you have learned in this module, which is used to express the future plan of people. Thus, if you think that the text that we have seen in this module is difficult for you to understand, then you should refer to the e-text, because e-text has got the transcription as well as its meaning in English. So what have we learned in this module? In this module, you have learned about the periphrastic future and verbs which are used to talk about future plans and projects. Now, if you want to learn more about these topics or about the uses of these verbs covered in this module, then you should refer back to the e-text, because e-text has got more information, has got more exercises which you can do for practicing more about the things that we have covered. And also e-text has got more links which will take you to other websites where you can learn more things related with these topics which is covered in this module. Thank you.